I'm Audi. I'm Audi. E6 Audi. S6 Audi? Is it Audi? Am I Audi? Are you out? What?
That is not your hearing aid, man.
What you talking about?
Them earpiece, them children be wearing.
Ow.
Get that mess out your ear.
Woman, what are you doing?
You should have wondered why them thing was playing music.
Oh, I thought that was my hearing. My hearing
Give me that doggone
that's
phone.
not my hearing aid. I wonder why I was playing music.
Give me that phone.
I said it was a defective hearing aid.
Give me your phone.
What you want on the phone, woman? What?
I got the code.
Ooh, sometime.
Put that down, man.
Ooh, they kind of ashy too, but still.
I got my pressure up.
Your pressure up. I'm thinking I'm hearing things.
Hey, can I speak to the pastor? Yeah, the pastor was on the show tonight. Yeah, let me speak to him. This secretary, okay, nice to meet you. Let me speak to the pastor folk. Listen, pastor, let me tell you something. Let me see. See, what you needed tonight was the saints to get down there and cast that demon out that boy. Because, see, you didn't have your oil, you didn't have the prayer warriors, you didn't have your prayer cloth, you didn't have the Bible, you didn't have none of that. He went around there cussing and stuff. You should have brought me down there, me and Peter down here. What's your name, Peter? Saint Peter. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the Bible. I mean, down here, my husband, him named Herbert. So you just brought him on down here. Me and Herbert went down there and prayed with you and everything. But you up there just don't know what to do. That boy's suit too tight. Now that's the problem right there. His circulation couldn't even get to his head.
Actually, both of their suits are tight. But
all right, Pastor. Then we'll talk. You know, call me. You can beat me. All right, bye.
You keep on count.
Yeah. LY. Y'all already know they like to come in here and doggone take over.
Dang on old people.
I'm so glad they gone. Come on, let's get into it, honey.
Who came and picked them up anyway?
Probably you, Uber.
Yuba?
Yeah, them too.
Yuba? I never heard of Yuba.
That's the local bus station.
All right, welcome back, KOED fam. Welcome back to the KOURTNEY channel. I'm your host, E-Dub, aka Eddie, and this is my lovely wife,
Courtney, also known as Coco.
And this is KOURTNEY. This channel is all about relationship reviews, and tonight we're doing the Married at First Sight reunion part 1.
So if you hadn't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because you're going to enjoy it over here. Do you see what kind of folks we have busting in these studios? And if you're watching us via Facebook, go ahead and hit like as well as follow. Comment on all social medias and follow us on Twitter at KOURTNEY. And yeah, make sure you comment down below. But we know y'all got that on wraps. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. So it is starting out with Virginia and Erik. So, you know, yeah, I was trying to say they say the best for last, but anyway, no. So
Actually, yeah, but go ahead.
So Virginia and Erik are sitting down, and I just want to say this: Virginia her makeup looks good. She looks good in the face. It's way better than that when she first got married. All that doggone eyeshadow.
Oh, I'm talking about
all that eyeshadow and stuff. So yeah,
she did look good.
Yeah, she did look neutral. She looked refreshed. She really did look good. So Kevin said you had problems during the show, and you wasn't afraid to show your issues on camera. So they did agree, you know, that they're still trying to work through some things, and they still do have some disagreements. Virginia said yes, but we're trying to work through it. So, you know.
Yeah, you know, I know what disagreements they probably have. You know, I think Virginia's still partying. I think Erik still has a problem with her party lifestyle. And so yeah, they got some things to work through, and I still think Erik's still controlling, and she might not say it on camera or whatnot. But
and what did she say? Well, I didn't try to say control. Let's use the wrong word. It's not controlling.
And she backtracked
backstroke.
She did it. Woo!
She did it. Then.
Oh my goodness, I can't be backstroking that much.
No, you can't.
Oh,
So yeah, she did change her mind on that controlling thing, but she said they trying to work through their, issues. Virginia did say that she moved into the condo, so they showed a little.
I remember, I ain't coming to that condo. You gonna sell that? But she moved in there, got her own room for her. Now what?
I didn't understand that.
Yeah, do she sleep in that room by herself with the cat? Or is she just going down with
change? I'm hoping, because it was like y'all should have clarified that, saying we sleep in the same bed, we share a bedroom, but this is just my own little room for my cat.
Yeah, I think that's what she was trying to get at.
Because she said she has all her clothes, her shoes in the closet, and all that stuff. So I guess
that's the pet's room, but she want to go spend time with the pets. She goes in that room
and change her clothes and get ready and stuff. So. So they did show some never before footage, and we found out that she was CV positive, but it was a false positive. So she got 2 tests right before she got married. So she was a little anxious and stuff.
That really wasn't nothing to show, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it really wasn't, to be honest. Especially if she ain't had it.
Yeah,
like, what y'all trying to talk about?
He's trying to feel stuff in the episode.
Yeah, because everybody want to have a never before seen footage.
The footage I want to see, never before seen footage I want to see is that when she was in the club, she was gone for 30 minutes. That's the footage I want to see.
That's right, but I don't think Cameron's with them then.
Yeah.
Now Kevin said, now you both were going to say, you already decided beforehand that you both was going to say yes on decision day. Don't know if y'all caught that face, but she was like,
Oh, she did that?
Mm-hmm. When he said that, she was like,
Oh, so she might have sound like she had some reservations about saying yes. Then
I'm telling
she did all that
because she did she did her eyebrows, then her eyes rolled to the top of her head.
But she did that also when the last episode when they was eating at the dinner table when he was like pouring his heart out to her, and she kind of rolls her eyes, whatnot. So okay, all right then.
So
Okay.
And Kevin did say, well, it's been said the amount of alcohol that you've been drinking, that's been a concern. So, she did talk about that, but she said it was never really an issue. And
what?
She said it was never really an issue. You should have a glass of wine every now and then, but it was never really an issue. So
was it never an issue with her or with Erik? Because apparently it was an issue with Erik. He brought it up a couple of times.
But as you can see, he backpedaled too, because he didn't really say nothing about it.
This whole episode of the reunion was nothing but backstrokes.
Yep. And she was like, now, we moved in together. I don't hardly ever party or do anything like that.
Whatever.
Yep. So let's move right along.
But, they look good. Erik and Virginia did look good.
So the question was asked, what's the biggest thing that you guys can work on? And Virginia said how we communicate. We can communicate better and, get talking some things out. So, anything you want to say on that?
Probably Erik still set in his ways, how he talks to Virginia. So that's what I think she talks about. And that's what she's talking about, communication. Because Erik, he really don't know how to communicate with her when he gets upset.
Yeah, and he said he saw himself on TV, and he said he could have said some things better, and
no doubt. Yeah.
So yeah, he did. Get to see himself.
I'm hoping he's been sincere when he says that at the reunion.
So yeah, they brought in Erik's mom. They never before done this before. So they brought in his mom. Like, I don't really know why, because she was on the show. We saw in the beginning. We thought it was gonna be some issue with Miss Debbie because somebody said something about Miss Debbie, but we didn't see her no more. So it was kind of like a mute point. Really forgot what she said, or even that she was even in there. But yeah, they did bring her in, and so they just asked her concerns about it. Now when they brought her in, when they was finna bring her in, Virginia's face still was looking like, oh boy. When she was sitting down, Virginia's face still was looking like, oh boy. She really didn't have a smile on her face.
I think it was production, man.
No, it wasn't production. She's sitting right there next to her.
I know, but after the mother-in-law said what she had to say, she's, maybe
she never heard her say stuff like that before.
But can I say something for you?
Go ahead.
Yeah, Miss Debbie, she came, but the mom they should have brought on the show was Paige mom.
Oh, yes,
they should have brought her on the show.
Yes, Lord. But she said she loves her daughter-in-law. She likes them. She likes to see her son smile. She likes them together, and of course they talked about children in the future, because of course there was a problem with Miss Debbie. But she said maybe in the next 2 years. She said Virginia said she wasn't ruling it out, anything like that. And they asked Miss Debbie Donna, I think her name was Donna. I'm sorry, we called her wrong, Miss Donna. To give her give them any kind of advice. And so she said, just as long as you guys communicate, just as long as you guys be honest with each other, love each other, just be sincere and compassionate, then you should work.
Well, I think.
I'm sorry. I did want to say that she did have open heart surgery, so that was one thing.
Okay.
That's what you was going to say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry, baby. I just read that. Go ahead.
No, you said it now.
Oh,
yeah, man. I'm getting like Vincent, man. Dang. You can't let me get none. Now, what I was about to say was the reason why she rushing to have grandbabies is because she had the scare with the open heart surgery, which would probably do something like that to somebody. Your life flashes in front of your face, and you lay on the hospital bed and in your heart, So so that would make her. That would make her really wanting to have grandbabies.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to say.
So let's move on to Ryan and Clara. Now Ryan did what? What he did with you?
He did what? Yeah, Ryan. I'll be honest with you, man. Ryan looked like the Pringles man. The Pringles potato chips and mustache.
Yeah, Clara don't like that mustache.
Yeah, I said, well, he looked the Pringles, man. But anyway, yeah, Ryan, he moved up on my list, man. After this reunion, man, he showed the side of him that kind of changed my opinion about him, and and the things he said, not just what he says, how he said it. Yeah, I said, okay, it was real sincere, and I can see that Clara, she received it real well, probably too well. But yeah, Ryan, all the stuff I said about Ryan, I take back. You know what I'm saying? He just has his process, and he stuck with it.
Yeah. So we do know that Virginia and Erik are still married. Klein. Combine their names.
Klein?
Ryan and Clara are still married.
Oh, there y'all go. Like Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, when they was dating, they had their name combined together.
Kind of like KOED. All right. So we also know that Clara. Well, I do want to say this is my side note, that she had the big hair. Like her hair was really big.
What you call big hair?
Huh?
What you call big hair?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of puffy.
Yeah, it was kind of poofy and stuff. So he got the little mustache, she got the big hair.
Like maybe they went in the closet for
Probably not.
Bedhead. That was what it was, bedhead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she moved in with Ryan, which we knew that before the show. So, the question was asked, because, they have, Clara's not into organized religion. They talked about, which they didn't really talk on this, but, because they centered it around the children. So the question was asked, will you raise your children in the church? You said, well, right now we're not going to have children, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
They dodged that question.
Yeah, they did, because, okay, let's minus the children. What about y'all as far as would you guys go to church together? How would that look like? But they didn't talk about that.
They dodged that question big time.
They did say that they had a little announcement. And what was it, baby?
They're gonna renew their vows.
Yeah. So
and and like I said, all of that stuff that adds up, push Ryan up on my list, And like he said, a lot of stuff you guys didn't see on TV because, it was edited out. And all the stuff he did for, we didn't see it.
Right.
And all we saw was they presented to us.
Right. What they wanted us to.
Right. And, so it put Ryan in a different light.
So, they said that they wanted to, because of the virus and everything, they wanted to have more family there.
Makes sense.
They wanted to have it, and then they could party after. Well, I was like, did they party?
But not with their family, with their friends and family. They just had a few select people to come.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Kevin said they wouldn't work. So they showed the clip where, because Ryan made a
he said,
joke.
This is for everybody, and people who think we ain't gonna make it like you, Kevin. I ain't know. That's what he told us. They showed the clip and Kevin. They ain't gonna work.
Yeah. He said they just not good fit for each other. They not gonna work. So yeah. And he said, yeah, you got me. He apologized for that. He was like, man, it's all good. So Kevin asks, you never said I love you before. So of course they played back the clips, you know, of a timetable basically of, you know, Clara, you know, wishing that, you know, he said I love you. But, you know, at that moment he asked, he said, well, you know, do you love him?
And, you know, production got put all the music, all the drama, dun 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 dun
okay,
dun. Everybody looking around. Oh my, it's straight B movie. But anyway, he said, yeah, I love her. I love my wife. And when it's not that he just said I love her. He said I love my wife.
And he looked at her.
Yeah, and he looked at her. That what made it hit home to me.
And she said, oh baby, do you
yeah.
really? Oh my God.
I said, she's about to cry. And I want to talk about Clara. I'm talking
It's a tad bit, but it jumped right back in them ducats, honey. So yeah, I thought that was sweet. So the question was asked too, you know, okay, they sex. Then they showed Clara going in with the other lady. I was so embarrassed.
I was so embarrassed, man. I felt bad for Ryan, man. I felt bad for and Clara, but still I felt bad for Ryan. But Ryan handled her like a champ. He said, you know, she was frustrated, and I hate that I was the cause of her frustration.
He said, but she got her own feelings.
Yeah,
and she
I can't
feel
right.
And
that was to me was a very, very mature answer right there, man. So.
And so the question was asked, have they, you know, did it?
Man, we watched TV. Did we not? Yeah, so basically, yeah, they did.
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, he said he loved her, so you know, yeah. And like he said, you know, you ain't said you love her, but then y'all trying to renew y'all, you know, get married again. That don't make no sense.
So yeah, they did. They did.
So he did ask. Okay, so Dr. V said that, you know, it was brought up that you was possibly a virgin. So is that true? Right. So he said no, that's not true. Hi, Mom. So they of course asked questions that you guys wanted to know, that we all wanted to know. Cause y'all know y'all went in on Ryan.
Oh man, bunk that, man. These people be watching these shows. They be
on
watching.
Twitter?
Yeah, they be on Twitter researching to know what to ask the couples when they do the reunion stuff. So let's keep it real.
Also, they show unseen footage of Clara. It seemed like she had a shopping problem. She loved to shop. She loved
I did not know that. That's new to me.
She spent $200 on Amazon right then. You know,
it's not the $200 that was the problem. She spent $200 the next day they had Amazon Prime, where she could have got more stuff for cheap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she don't know, you know, it don't sound like she's good with money.
Yeah. So, but, you know, they did talk about it and say, you know, they don't do overrate spending. You know, I guess they have a household joint account, so, you know.
To me, that surprised me. That they had a joint account so soon.
Right.
Yeah, because, you know, Ryan didn't know he loved her or not. All of a sudden, like you said, you renewing your vows. Now you got a joint account.
But she said she knew that Ryan loved her. He just didn't say it because, you know, he fill up her car with gas. He do things that show that he loved her.
Filling up women car with gas don't mean that you love her.
Well, I guess it was more stuff. She said watching the dog.
Yeah, you know, I'm just saying, you know, where you going? Oh, you got to go. You need to go back to your place. I'm going to give you $20 to get gas so you can go.
So he asked the question, it's 20 years from now, what does it look like, you know, with you guys? And Clara was like, well, growing. And Ryan said, well, basically to have the relationship that his parents got, you know, a long-term, lasting relationship, healthy relationship.
Right, I think both their parents are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he said something about her parents being in a long-term relationship also.
So let's move on to Vincent and Brianna. Kevin said, in his opinion, the experts knocked it out the park with you guys. And you guys have been compared to Woody and Amani. So, yes. Yeah.
And the only thing I couldn't keep my eyes off is Vincent with a head full of hair. I said, man.
He pushed that down, honey. Like
I said, I need to know your secrets, dog, man, so I can grow my hair back.
His hair would never grow back. I told you he just slicked it down like the Trump. You know, just push
like
it down
what?
The Trump. So,
well, no, I'm gonna continue to rock my bald head. Bunk that, man.
Yeah, my husband trying to get his hair back. Don't even play. You trying to grow all your hair back.
Yeah, missing long lock days, man. I can run down the park, hair flowing in the wind. And now it does flow and fall out.
Okay, so we know that Brianna, she said she didn't really want to move into this small place, but she did move into this small place. They didn't talk about why she made that decision to do
I
that.
was wondering if they're going to ask her that, because she was bound. She was adamant about not doing that. So.
Yeah. And Brianna said that, of course she had to make some adjustments. And to me, I think that was one of them. Maybe, her lease was up. Maybe hers was more expensive. But, he in Buckhead. So, Buckhead, we know Atlanta, Buckhead is in a very nice area. So maybe, I don't know, so I don't know the reason for that. But, she said she making some adjustments, like she don't have to have the bed made up at that time. And they didn't put this in there, but you don't have to bother that man, tell that man to get up early in the morning like you do.
You know what? When she was saying that, I think she was saying that in a kind of shady, petty way. Well, I ain't got to tell him to make the bed up every day or leave the dishes in the sink. I was like, okay. She throwing a little subtle jabs to get, like, man, you need to get that done. That's why I took it, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think, it could have been, but then also I think that she is learning that everything is not about her. She got to make some adjustments.
I get that. Yeah, but still, I think she said it in a way that she want to let it be known. Yeah, I'm adjusting to it, but it still bothers me.
Well, and then also too, because she made it known too that moving to a smaller place. So she said that twice. I think so.
So a lot of things she compromised, but I don't think she really like it.
Well, you got to get used to it. It's just some stuff that you just can't be over picky about. You can't always have it your way. You can't always get up under your skin like that. So, so they did talk about buying a condo in, I guess, the Dominican.
Yeah, they try to get a bigger house in Atlanta because they said they're going to stay in Atlanta and get a condo down in the DR.
Come on now, do it. Do it for the vine.
What happened to the Vine?
TikTok took over.
TikTok. That's all she did. TikTok.
So they did say that they are looking into having a baby because what she said she did because they kept his nephew. And
that's all it takes sometimes.
And he's thinking
that's all it takes, man. You know how I used to be around kids, just keep one kid over the weekend. It would change your whole outlook in life.
Especially if the kid is antsy, like running all over the place.
It would change your whole outlook in life. When that kid go home, you go in the bathroom, in the shower, look in the mirror,
some cognac,
contemplating life. Like, what in the heck was I thinking about?
So but for Brianna, it did the opposite. For him, he like, wait a minute. For her,
she got
baby fever. So
that's a typical woman, man. Y'all women, y'all get these babies, and y'all get this baby fever. Oh, that baby's fat and juicy. I want one just like that. Yeah, a baby is not a doll. It's not a toy that you can play with and put it up. Some women think that, but it's not that way. Well, I'm done ranting. I'm just saying.
All right, so Vincent said he don't have a problem with Brianna being bossy. Now, did we not see he had a problem?
Yeah, he backtracked on that one, man.
He even called his friend and he told his friend on the thing that was one thing that was a turnoff.
Can I say something real quick? I understand you can change your mind. You can change your mind.
Right.
But how he said it's like, I never had a problem with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was like, I don't have a problem with it. I like a woman that's bossy because, she knows what she wants. I was like, what? What did we watch the whole season then? What was we at or what was you at?
Production, I guess.
What?
I don't know. I blame everything on production.
I think what they did, they saw it, he saw it, and he tried to, because he didn't want to, and it probably hurt her feelings, but he saw it and probably seen how it did her, but yeah, you can't, bro. You could have said, what, I did say all of that on the season, but now I've changed my mind.
You got the right to change your mind and grow out of it, but I still think it's production.
Yeah. So anyway,
I won't make a shirt. It's production.
Yeah. So Kevin did say, so how does it feel to be married to an engineer?
Engineer. What's an engineer? Well, you know what? Why she combine all these words and like, what's wrong? You combine everything.
So black woman being an engineer, Vincent said, he's very proud of his wife. He's so happy to say that, she's an engineer. So yeah, he proud of her.
Yeah, you got a wife with a title like that, you should be proud of. You should be proud of your wife anyway. She's doing something positive. Now she out there doing something she ain't got no business doing, and
well, you still could be proud of it. Hey, he may like it. So, so Kevin did say, okay, Vincent, it seems like you was a little sensitive this season. So, and they showed some clips of him, the horse and the dancing and stuff. You want to talk about that?
Yes, ma'am. She allowed me to talk because she's bossy like Bree. She gonna be an engineer. But no, I can kind of get I have anxiety problems. When I go out in public, a big crowd, I kind of shut down.
You can go around 10 people.
Yeah, I go around 5 people, I get shut down.
So if y'all see him in public and y'all think he just diss him, no, it's because it's me and him in this room, nobody else. But if you go out in public and think y'all go, he'll be courteous to you, but like he ain't finna entertain you too long.
I always had stage fright as a child. I remember one time I won first place in the science fair. I was like 9, 10 years old, and I had to give a speech in front of the school. I know it's not about me.
Hold up. But, sorry. We're going to commercial. Stay tuned. Yeah.
So when the teacher asked me about my project, it's like time stood still. I saw all them faces looking at me, and I froze, man. I couldn't say nothing. And I was like, my mama did it for me.
Oh my goodness.
I know. So so I understand, Vincent, man. I get it.
That's what you need, a shirt. My mama did it. Get a shirt and say, my mama did it.
My mama did it. Hey, I'm just being honest, man. I'm just being honest.
All right, so.
Okay.
So go ahead.
I'm done.
Go ahead, but you were supposed to be talking about what Vincent and anxiety. So explain to him.
Yeah, so I understand. Now, he kind of handling it different than I would.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but he gets angry, but I can kind of see what you're saying. But, when you get anxiety, you shut down. You don't want to, because you feel like people is judging you and they talking, you don't know what they're going through their head. You're like, man, if I do this, they're going to say this about me. I got to be, because now you got to try to be perfect because you don't want nobody judging you. Right. So, when you got bad anxiety, I get it, man.
And I said, why you get on
Why you on the
TV?
show? Yeah.
But, maybe he, like you were saying, maybe he didn't think it would be that bad. So, Kevin did ask him something else, and he, basically he was saying I overreacted. So, he did own that. I don't know if he apologized, but he did own that.
He apologized.
And stuff. So, but going back, y'all, and I said this, I think on the live that we had, I said, Vincent is silly. Vincent is really, really silly. And that vibes with them, because I think both of them silly, goofy, however you want to call it. And it works for them. So, some stuff, I didn't take Vincent too serious, like when he cut her braid and he put that little troll on wherever he put it at. I didn't take any of that
Vincent
serious.
is a big kid, and... I saw somebody the other day say we give Vincent too much, credit, and we take a lot from Vincent. We give him too much grace.
Yeah.
The dude's a big kid, man. He's silly. He's gonna do silly things. I'm silly. I do silly things. If I do something like that, you gonna call me a racist? No, man. Because
racist.
That's what they call him, because he put the troll.
That troll with the big nose.
Yeah. So,
I think what of course we thought that Vincent had some low key anger issues or whatever. I don't know about that part. Could have been like you said, shut down. He had anxiety. He probably just maybe finna have some kind of panic attack or something. So it was kind of weird. But they did show unseen footage of the little boot camp, which I thought was cute. You know what I'm saying?
And that's right there shows me how silly Vincent can be. You know,
he took the time to do that.
Yeah, you know, and I think Bree, she enjoys that.
Yeah, she
do. And
she
so
laughing.
yeah, and when you have a spouse you can laugh with,
for real,
yeah, and for real, and all this fake laughing, you try to force stuff. If it's natural, man, that's one of the best relationships you can have.
Yeah.
You know, you can laugh with your partner, and y'all joke, and y'all can pick at each other. You know, and
who that's like?
It's like us. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I first met her, I knew she was funny. You know, I try to say some jokes. It ain't hit. You know, it hit hard like hers. Mine was kind of stale and whack. Yeah. I was trying to say some jokes and you didn't laugh. I started kicking you to the curb. Yeah, well, I think the joke's serious, man.
But I laugh now. And they don't be forced or nothing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just silly that way, man.
So, but yeah, at the end, Kevin did, test Bree's Spanish, and so some she got right, some she didn't, but it was fun, to see her do that, and and he laughed, and see, that's why I know Vincent is silly, because when he laughed, he throw his whole body on little Bree, and
that's the key.
Yeah,
when you silly, you don't laugh with your voice, you laugh with your whole body. Because I laugh with my whole body, you know what I'm saying? I chuckle, that's when you silly, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but dude, you're silly. Like
but yeah, I may watch Couples Cam just to see how they gonna vibe on that, you know what I'm saying? So now, of course we got some little filler scenes or whatever, but anyway, they bring all the ladies back, so they want to talk to all the ladies by themselves. So Kevin is talking to Haley. Now, I didn't jot down all of the stuff they said, but just an important thing. So the ladies have developed a bond, and they did go to Mexico. Clara couldn't go. Yeah. Clara couldn't go or didn't go or whatever. But so yeah, they did have a good time, and I think I seen those pictures somewhere. But Kevin talked to Haley and said, it looks like, just from the viewer standpoint, it looks like that, you and Jacob, of course, we know that y'all didn't hit it off. Really, Haley was like, it really was never a connection. But he said that, it seemed like after y'all had sex, then things kind of went downhill, and it was the sex horrible. So Haley started laughing uncontrollably. Really, she couldn't get it out. And so we had to put the caption on.
Yeah, closed caption.
And she said, maybe I just, she said, I really don't want to talk about it. And then she said, because it was nowhere good. I wrote it down, y'all. I'm sorry, I had to read it just like I wrote it.
Nowhere good. I never heard of a phrase like that before. It's either trash or was it great. Nowhere good. It's somewhere, it's not even in between, man. I don't even know what you called it, man.
It wasn't good. And she
but
said,
before I even, before I even say I agree with Clara or trust Clara, I would like to hear Jacob's side of the story. Haley. I would like to hear Jacob's side of the story.
Well, Haley said that, but then, I think he asked, have you and Jacob talked off, since the decision day?
Jacob turned to what's that? Mutombo. He turned to Mutombo.
Who did?
The basketball player that be blocking shots all the time. He did block.
And she was like, he got me blocked. So.
He blocked her so hard, she tried to go on MySpace. He got blocked.
So, of course, let's move to Paige. Now, I'm going to be honest. Paige, probably was her makeup. It probably was her makeup, but to me, she just looked like life being drained out of her. You know what I'm saying?
Makeup and stress, man.
Like her, but anyway, so she was back in the back. Like in the corner. They had her kind of pushed back, back in the back.
She ain't no piece of furniture.
It's just the way they had her angled, like in a, that way. But anyway.
Treating her like a piece of furniture.
So the question was asked, so ladies, how hard was it to watch, Paige go through all of this? And, everybody had they thoughts and stuff and said, it was pretty hard.
Yeah, no doubt it was hard, And, Virginia said her piece, said, I would have been left her,
Yep.
been left him. And Clara said her piece, and Helena. No, everybody was there to support Paige. You know, tell her what she needed to hear, or whatnot.
And Brianna said, she said, I would have said that that's BS and kept it pushing. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't have to be treated like that. We just want Paige to be happy. That's all whatever she decided to do, we just want Paige to be happy. So yeah, and like I said, they said some more things, but too much of that, we're writing down. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Before you get but to see the girls still communicating, hanging out, that was nice to see. They still have a bond. Like they said, we might not have been all of us might not have gotten married, but we all came out with extra sisters. Yeah, so and that's good to hear, to see women go in for one thing, come out with something better with the sisterhood. So it was good to see.
Because you got Paige and Haley that
they didn't connect, but they connect with other women.
Right.
They found friendship.
Yeah.
And sometimes friendship can be better than marriage. Depends who your friends are.
So Chris and Paige, let's move right along with them. And I noticed, they went back over the clips and showed, of course. But I wanted to say this, Paige looked so much happier before she got married. She went through a lot of physical changes during this process and after she got married. I think physical, as far as trying to make her physical, like she lost weight.
She lost some weight.
Like she lost weight, and then, like her makeup just couldn't get right. Some of her hair pieces just couldn't get right. It just almost in a sense like maybe she was trying to overdo some things, But on decision day, she looked fine. But, it's just maybe after watching this show, she kind of went through some things.
It's like you pouring something out. Production can be real, real shady. They show you clips and whatnot, and then after you say something bad about somebody, when you go to the reunion, they want to show the person you say something bad about to them, and it makes up for an awkward situation.
Oh yeah, talking about when they showed the clips of him.
No, just not him, like Clara when she told the girls were around.
Oh yeah. Shady like Production. There's Shady Production.
Oh, that's the name of a production company.
Yeah, Shady Production. That is. It's probably one out there.
Yeah.
So they play all the clips where Chris was saying, I'm not attracted to her, and...
See, Paige never seen that.
Yeah.
She never seen that. So Kelvin said, Paige, we're going to show you this, and we're going to see how you feel about that. And to sit there and listen to somebody you think you should have been married to say things, I'm not attracted to her face. All you women in Atlanta, black queen, white... and you had to choose her. Right. That's rough, man. Yeah. That's rough.
So let's skip down to that because my husband took it to the end, and I wasn't trying to go there because there was
you
more.
You asked me a question.
I didn't ask you a question. In the beginning, they showed the clips of him saying I'm not attracted to her, but we hadn't got to that part.
Okay, we got that part yet.
We did now, but that's okay. So since we're gonna go, let's go to that part where he did apologize.
Like I'm doing.
he did apologize to, because Kevin was like, her parents saw that, her friends saw that, other people saw that, of you pretty much diminishing her like that and saying that that's the part that he said that she never seen before, you saying that you're not attracted to her face. And so he was like, I do apologize for that, that was a very immature thing of me to say that. And he said, I repent to you, I repent to your parents, I repent to your mother, your father, your stepfather, so he went down the list. And so Kevin was like, He said, and then he said, you seem to be have your answers pre-prepared, like you are politically correct with your answers. So.
I give Chris credit, and I know, dude can come with some good prepared answers, man. Now I know they pre-prepared whatnot. I know, they rehearse, but hey, I gotta give the dude credit. He know what to try to say. Yeah, okay, cause. Most women are like, yeah, right. I don't believe what you're saying. But, hey, it is
Remember,
what it is.
He was a preacher.
What you trying to say?
I ain't saying all of them, but some of them know exactly what to say. So, Paige said that that part, broke her spirit. So, you could tell at the moment she really and truly was crushed. Because how can you be next to somebody that was married to, and at points, y'all slept together and was trying to work on some stuff, and to say that person not attracted to your face, your body, but not your face.
Right.
That was woo,
shady production, baby.
So Chris did say that, that they are in counseling because they
went to counseling.
Well, the question was asked, is this the first time y'all seen each other? And he said no, because they did go to counseling and they tried to reconcile. But, he said because if they was going to stay married, then, they needed a third party to kind of, intervene in this.
But he said something about Chris Williams II was mature enough for Paige.
Yeah.
So I said, there you go. He's trying to make himself, so you can feel sorry for him, be sympathetic. I'm not ready for Paige. I got a lot growing up to do. I didn't deserve her all the greatest hits, man.
Yeah. And what she smiled.
And she's smiling. I said, oh man, throw some Vaseline on her. Paige is a beautiful woman. Don't get me wrong. Okay, now I don't know who her makeup artist is. Oh,
she should have Bree honest. Bree makeup looks so pretty. Like Bree and Paige seem like the same tone. So to me, Bree should have said, "Baby girl, let me get you my makeup artist," because Paige makeup just didn't do her right. The lighting did not do her right. Her makeup did not do her right.
In Paige's defense, I just think she's going through a lot of stress, and we don't know what this guy has done to her mentally.
Oh, I can imagine. Not just. It's one thing to get humiliated with two people or in a few, right. But you talking about national TV. You know what I'm saying?
Then you keep going back, because she's trying to balance. She she's trying to do the right thing for God, honor her marriage, whatnot. So she's torn. She don't want to, disappoint God. And on the other hand, but she getting embarrassed on television in the process. So she is going through it. She went through a lot.
Chris, that question was asked, did y'all move in together? And he was like, no. I was like, ooh, good, honey. And yeah, because you had said that, talked about all that. So let's get on down to the next part, honey.
You talking about before you trying? Where you get to the house?
Yeah.
He asked them. Don't forget. Kevin asked Chris, did you love your ex fiance Mercedes?
Oh no, I didn't get that. Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Yeah, go ahead. No.
So Paige said, the question was asked, do you regret sleeping with Chris? And Paige was like, yeah. She said, I think we should have waited. We both rushed in that area, and Chris said, he said
they actually didn't want to talk about the sex.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. So because Kevin wanted to know, about the sex. So Chris was like, no, don't do it. And she didn't go into it because Chris said don't go into it. Because she was like, well, no, we're not gonna talk about that. I don't want to talk about that part and stuff like that. I'm just
she's embarrassed. No, because she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed because. She don't want to talk about it because it's like somebody throwing something up in her face that she shouldn't have did that anyway. Yeah. And now she got to get reminded every time she goes on the interview that she did something she should have had no business doing.
And Chris probably don't want to talk about it either because, you say you ain't attracted to her face, but you kept hitting her. Hitting that. Yeah.
Ooh, yo.
So Kevin said, when did you know that Mercedes was pregnant? And Chris smiled at that point. I wrote that. He's like, so he said what? Right before
after the day after the wedding.
Yeah. So he said because he never would have married her if he knew that I don't believe that. So the question was asked, was you still in love with Mercedes? And Chris was like, well, I don't think that's fair. I don't want to do that to Paige in front of Paige. Okay.
That answer didn't make no sense to me.
It means you still in love with her and you
don't want to say it. Yeah, you don't want to say it in front of Paige. That's all it sounded like to me. Hey, I don't want to say that in front of Paige. Come on now, bro. Now you and Paige just say y'all went to counseling,
right?
And now you don't want. Come on, man. Yeah, now you still. Yeah, that make no sense.
Kevin said, "So you bought Mercedes a Mercedes? You know what I'm saying? You didn't even think to talk to your wife about finances and all that stuff or whatever."
Yeah. You said you don't want to talk about that either.
Anyway, So he said, so they showed the clips of Pastor Dwight, talking to Paige, and basically, he told Paige that he was engaged again. She didn't know that. Paige also said, I don't believe that Mercedes is pregnant. So they showed all those clips. We saw all that. So he said, so how's your relationship basically with Pastor Dwight? And he was like, I don't talk to him. I don't really respect him. And he shouldn't have been talking to my wife. Now you want to call it.
Yeah, that didn't make no sense either.
Should have been talking to my wife without me. So
you didn't want her, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You did not want her. So Pastor White said, "Well, MC kind of helped the marriage out."
Yeah.
So it was like y'all was on good terms and everything.
So anyway, Kevin said, "So how's your friendship?" And Chris was like, "Well, we'll talk later and work that out." Kevin said, "Well, how about let's work it out now? Come on out, Pastor Dwight." He did something like that, Maury Povich or Couples Court or something. All that stuff I be watching.
Yeah, shady production strikes again.
Come on now, you want to talk to your friend? Well, we're gonna work on that now. Let's work on that. Come on out, Pastor Dwight.
All I know, if y'all go on Married at First Sight, y'all get ready for the bombs we dropped on y'all, man. Shady production.
And they had, to me, amped up some stuff. Okay, first they got Erik mom on there. We ain't never done this before.
Yeah, y'all brought
the pastor on here. His pastor, he ain't never done that before.
Then you showing footage like, really?
Yeah.
I never seen footage.
And I think they didn't done it.
I know that, but I'm just saying everybody got that now. Every couple.
I think they did that before too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a flop.
So Pastor White said, came on out and stuff. He said, what do you have to say to Chris? And so he said, well, one thing about Chris, he said, I love him. I was his spiritual advisor, spiritual mentor to him. And he said, one thing about it, he said, I kind of try to give Chris some advice. He said, but I can tell that he didn't want it. So he said, I started to pull back once I see it's not received.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Oh, yeah. Shoot, yeah, child. That's understandable with anybody.
I can't help somebody that don't want to help themselves.
Or that don't want to be helped or don't want me to help them. So Chris said, I felt like what he was doing was, when he was talking to Paige, first of all, you're talking to my wife without me being there, without my permission. And I felt like what you were doing was tearing down Mercedes and building up Paige. Oh,
can I say something about that real quick? Chris got more upset because Mercedes was getting tore down. Mm-hmm. He didn't really care about him talking to Paige. Mm-hmm. Not at all. He didn't care about that. He was upset because Pastor White was basically tearing down Mercedes because he has feelings for Mercedes.
Well, I'm trying to see where he tore her down. I didn't see he tore her down. He built up Paige.
We probably didn't see it on camera. Who knows?
It could have been edited.
Yeah, it could have been edited. We don't know. But apparently, Mercedes' name came up some kind of way for Chris to go off like that. So I just think he was more upset for Mercedes getting tore down than getting upset about Pastor White talking to Paige without his consent.
Well, what I think he got upset was that the fact that he revealed that he was engaged again.
Yeah, that part too.
And of course they was discussing him, and he was saying, once Mercedes blah blah blah, when he coming back to you, Paige. So he was not putting up with Chris, nonsense. He wasn't validating him. He was more so trying to say, no, he was wrong.
See, Chris wanted Pastor Dwight to kind of co-sign what he was doing, and Pastor Dwight wasn't having no parts of it. But I go back to once he brought Mercedes up and telling her down, Chris didn't like that at all. And also, like you said, the second engagement, because he didn't tell Paige about the second engagement. Mm-hmm. So apparently he didn't want to tell Paige about the second engagement. So
the first one, whatever whatever order.
And so I don't know what's Mercedes' second fiance. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yeah. So Kevin, at that moment, Chris started getting heated, cussing at the pastor. And the pastor was like, listen, you don't have to disrespect me. You don't have to do all that cussing. You ain't going to be cussing at me. So he was like, this MF, and blah, 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 whatever. So Kevin behind the TV somewhere, and I guess in a whole
hold up. What you going to do, man?
Calm down.
You 500 miles away on a TV screen. You ain't going to make to stop nothing?
What if he would have came behind the stage and said, calm down, Chris?
You know what I would have said? Shady production.
So he was like, calm down. Paige, tell him to calm down. So she like getting up, Chris. I'm saying that's the whole time. That's all she been doing is trying to stop Chris from going off on somebody. So no, I would have said,
I don't understand what Kelvin thought Paige was gonna do. Stop him. You want a woman to get between two men.
Right. And then what's security at? Hey, we acting like Maury Povich. They have security. Go get the security because they finna fight and stuff. So it's like, Chris was finna fight.
What they should have did, they should have had Melody Hope there. Security.
Security. So yeah. So anyway, that part was just crazy. So he gets upset and say, "Hey, if you want to we'll take it outside." So
take it to park. You know what? I lost a lot of respect for Chris. I didn't have that much for him.
Well, how much you lost? You got
you
got negative respect now.
Yeah, see, man, you gonna cuss a pastor out, man.
That ain't no pastor. That's my friend.
He's your friend, but he still holds the title as a pastor.
But you brought him on the show as your pastor and your friend, right?
And your spiritual advisor also, So it's like, then on top of that, you used to be a pastor or try to be a pastor, and here you go cussing one out on national television, man. Yeah, somebody need to get him, hold him down, put some holy water on him, man. Hey, what he needs to get them big grandmas. The grandmas with the big hats on the front pew. That's what he needed.
Tell me the one that came in the studio.
Yeah, the one. Yeah, her hat was like medium size, but her.
No, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a part 2, so of course it's gonna be to continue. I can't talk. To be continued.
I don't know where you get these compound words from.
I get it from you because we both can't talk together. So
you gonna throw me? Don't try to drag me doing with you.
We were doing good.
Don't drag me down. I was alright. I missed it. Hey, I'm not the best talker, and I don't care. I get my words out the best as I can. But you supposed to be the professional.
No, I don't.
Yeah, this is CNN News.
All right, you guys. On that note, this video was long, but hey, it was a 2-hour show, and we had a lot to talk about. So, y'all gonna tell us what you think. Drop down in them comments. So, do y'all think? How y'all think? Who do y'all think are gonna last? So, we know Clara, Ryan. Now we know we're gonna talk to Haley and them on the next part 2 or whatever, and I guess get the rest of Chris, antics and all the couples coming together. So we'll see what else happened with that. But this was a pretty good episode. I thought so. What you thought?
I thought it was. I don't know if they're gonna have Pastor Dwight on next week. I
ain't gonna talk to you. I want to talk to Pastor Cal, not you. I remember this coming back to me now, y'all.
Let's try to drag Pastor Cal. Pastor Cal, I don't want no parts of that.
I know that's right. So, but anyway, you guys, on that note, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Y'all know this will be Married at First Sight. The next week will be the final. We won't see you Married at First Sight, guys, anymore, but hopefully we'll find something else to review. And
y'all, if y'all know of anything that we can review or look at,
and you guys, I posted on the community tab, and you guys have been giving us feedback, so we're gonna check into some things or whatever.
Because you cut me off. I was trying to finish. And if y'all know anything, let us know in the comments. That's what I was about to say.
Well, it's on the community tab. They let us know.
Yeah, but the community tab.
Everybody don't see it.
Yeah, don't see it.
Okay. All right, you guys, on that note, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you. Deuces.